I know it looks bad. I know it feels bad, but it isn't as bad as it feels. I know it seems like there's no way out, but that is not true at all. There are many occasions when just because you can't see what's out there doesn't mean that there isn't a solution that's out there. I want to talk with you, and I want to be on your side, and I want to empathize with you, but I don't want to keep this story of what's wrong active in your vibration, and I don't want to activate what's wrong in your life in my vibration, because I know for sure it's not good for you and it's not good for me. The most important thing I want to say to you is you have not done anything wrong. So you don't need to ask me to choose sides with you against him or against them, because I don't think you've done anything wrong to begin with. I think you're just sorting this out and you're finding your way. I have a sense of the power of who you are, and I've always liked so much of that which I see in you. The thing that I can feel in the strongest way is that the circumstances that you're living are making you ask big time questions. And I believe that every person who has ever overcome anything and found themselves eventually in a much better place has been standing right where you are. And I just want to say, there is nothing wrong with where you're standing as far as I'm concerned, except that you feel so bad while you're standing there. And that's the part that I would like to help with. I so want you to feel better. I so want life to treat you in the way that you deserve to be treated. But you're like so many of us. You've got some habits going on that are preventing what you want from coming into your experience. And so little by little, I'm going to show you how you can focus differently and then live differently. But this is not the best time for us to try to make that happen, because there's a momentum going that has to sort of peter out. And it will peter out if you can stop talking about it and thinking about it, which pretty much means you need a nap. You need some way of distracting yourself from what's going on here, because your mind is so active. You have such a brilliant mind, and you're fixating on things that you don't want. And the more you fixate on those things that you don't want, the more you attract more of those things that you don't want. So they keep proving to you what you think. If you could just find some respite from this momentum of these negative thoughts, things would get better for you right away. I know that there are periods of your life that you remember that were better than what's going on right now. And I want you to know, I believe this with everything that I am, that you don't have to go back to the beginning of something and start over, because where you are is in a perfect place to begin again. But you can't begin again by regurgitating everything that's wrong. That just keeps the momentum of the stuff you don't want going in your experience. You got to take a nap, you got to start again, and you got to reach for some thought that feels better to you. And it is my promise to you that day by day by day, it's like, imagine that you had in your lungs this red inky mist. You're just generating it. And every time you open your mouth, it blows out into the atmosphere just ahead of you. So there's always this red fog everywhere you go, because you just keep opening your mouth and spewing it. So everywhere you go, there's that red fog, and it never gets any better because you keep spewing it. So every step you take, you've got this fog that you're trying to make your way through. But now you've had your nap. You're not spewing it. While you slept, you didn't spew it. And when you first opened your eyes, there was a clear space till you remembered what was going wrong and started talking about it again. So if you can just stop talking about what's gone wrong for just a little while, that space will clear, and other things you want will move into that space. You are the generator. I know it's hard to see, say to her. I know it's hard for you to see, It doesn't feel like you're generating this because you don't want it. And at deep levels of your being, you do not believe that you would do this to yourself. But at every level of my being, I know that we and only we are doing it to ourselves. My love for you is so strong that I am wanting to say to you, I don't want to be a sounding board of what's going wrong. I think we're all too much in our heads. We're all spending too much time trying to justify where we stand in our powerful desire for somebody to look at us and say, yes, you are a good person and you're standing in a good place because all of those reasons say that it's so. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You don't have to explain anything. And the more you try to justify or defend or rationalize, the more you spew that stuff that just keeps what you want to see unavailable to you.